It's hard to know exactly when my parents introduced me to Star Wars.
Socket wrench.
Drives the spaceship, sits next to the hairy guy.
All I really remember is that as a kid sometime in the 90s, our local theaters were doing another run of the original trilogy of movies on the silver screen. And the one that I got to see in particular was The Empire Strikes Back. As one of, if not the chiefest and most beloved of all the Star Wars movies to date, Episode 5, as it would later come to be known, is a fantastic adventure in of itself. Full of blaster fire, lightsaber dueling, plot twists, and character growth. So you can imagine seeing this movie at such a young, impressionable age really set the bar high for me with subsequent movies and games alike. I've always loved Star Wars, and truth be told, it didn't take much back in the day to get my attention when it came to anything Star Wars related, whether that was movies, video games, or even books. However, I wouldn't say I was truly captured by anything Star Wars related until I got to play Jedi Knight Jedi Academy on PC. Sometime back in high school, my friend let me borrow the game, and I remember at the time having no idea or expectations of what I was getting myself into. However, what I ended up with was a fantastic little adventure set in the Legends part of the universe as it exists now. In Jedi Academy, you play as a Jedi named Jaden Korr, who you get to personalize in both appearance and abilities as you level up. And back then, the lightsaber combat was engaging and fast-paced, unlike anything else I had seen. It gave it that feel of life or death, the type of drama that whenever you engaged in a saber duel, whether you were playing online or just in the single player, it felt important and dangerous. This is something that I think the new Jedi Survivor and even Jedi Fallen Order brought back into the fold, something that was missing from previous Star Wars games, and I'm really happy to see it make a return. Many also see Jedi Outcast and its Dark Forces prequels as some of the earliest and best Star Wars games ever made. But really, Star Wars got its big break in the mainstream gaming scene with The Force Unleashed. While I was never deeply interested in this game myself, there's no denying that they struck a chord with fans of the epic space opera. Starkiller was, to many, one of the coolest Jedi we've ever had the luxury of playing as in a Star Wars game. And when playing as him, you definitely get a feel for just how strong a Jedi can be, especially as you get to use more and more Force powers. And even more so if you're evil, because you get the cooler powers. Of course, Star Wars has never been better than it is now, so this success aside, it's my personal belief that Star Wars really didn't catch its stride until the more recent batch of video games, including Fallen Order and the upcoming sequel, Jedi Survivor. Fallen Order was the first game we'd gotten since The Force Unleashed, where you gain some degree of personalization over the character's appearance. Particularly the color and style of their lightsaber, and even more so in the new game. This is of course excluding the wonderfully okay MMORPG Star Wars The Old Republic, a game that in of itself is deserving of its own video. However, the engine that game is built on, and the style of game it was made to be, place it firmly outside the realm of action-packed games like the upcoming Jedi Survivor and its prequel Fallen Order. These two games have much more in common with Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring than they do with KOTOR or SWOTOR, respectively. So, while there are certainly RPG elements present in these games, they tend to lean more into the action genre than the RPG one. If you like exciting visuals, reactive controls, and being able to explore more of the Star Wars universe, then no doubt this new Jedi Survivor game is going to be for you. In the new game, it looks like we're getting an upgraded combat system that includes team attacks. Speaking of which, it's not entirely clear how the companion system will function, whether or not they will be present with you throughout the entirety of all missions or just some missions. Or maybe you just summon them whenever they're needed and they can come in like an assist for you to do combo attacks with. I mean, who doesn't want to team up with other cool characters, fight with a lightsaber, and force pull stormtroopers out of their AT-ST cockpits to send them flying away like Team Rocket?
Looks like
The fact that you can swap between saber styles in this game, each one bringing a different approach to combat, has me feeling nostalgic for Jedi Academy. Now, for me personally, nothing has topped the one-on-one lightsaber combat found in the fan-made Total Conversion mod for that game called Movie Battles 2. This mod's still up and running, and worth checking out if you're not able to get your hands on the new Jedi Survivor when it releases on the 28th next week. Now, for those of us who are able to get our hands on this new game, well, I think we're going to be in for a fun and exciting adventure. The only thing left in my view is for them to incorporate some form of cooperative or player versus player options within the next game, or even just with the DLC. And I suspect this isn't going to be the most popular opinion, since plenty of people prefer single player experiences and don't want developers taking time and resources away from that. But that being said, I stand by my opinion here. At the very least, with the addition of cooperative mechanics involving NPC companions, which is what we have right now, the groundwork is there for some fun cooperative action between players in the future. And I'm happy with that, for now. So yeah, be sure and check out Jedi Survivor if you're a Star Wars fan and want to see more of the universe. I know Star Wars movies haven't been killing it lately, but with so many successful TV shows and fantastic games on the horizon, Star Wars is in a great place right now. If there's anything else Star Wars related that you'd like me to cover, just let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video, and be sure to hit that notification bell before you go. That way you don't miss any new content each week. So next week we're going to cover The Lord of the Rings, and I'll be talking about the new Gollum game that's coming out this year. I hope to see you there. So until next time.
Seems our destinies are intertwined.